this was fantastic. It was such a great opening. It was really strong. It immediately pulled you in. Uh, the score was great, the way it started, and in fact, the score throughout the entire piece was just great. Near the beginning, at first, I thought, was this just like a propaganda piece for a bank? It clearly was not. It was just filled with just great information, great storytelling, and great history. Yes, it's just a fascinating telling of this historical and remarkable events. From the awful things to the the Chinese Exclusion Act to telling us about the architect behind the design of the East West Bank. I just thought it was filled with so much wonderful information, important information, and hard to believe information. I guess you could say. Though we know it to be fact, it's just awful is what it was. The again the Chinese Exclusion Act and the way they were treated. So it's important that it's told and we're reminded about it. And this piece does a great job at providing that information and presenting it in an informative again and entertaining way. It's just really thoughtful telling of that time. There's just some delightful and charming moments throughout. There's some gentle chuckles in there, which is great because it gives it that sort of dynamic feel. It's not all doom and gloom. And until we get to the part about I believe it's Dominic and I think Judy and the allegations against them. It makes that sort of twist that much more surprising. So the way the story was so delicately woven was brilliant. That narrative really, just really strongly put together. So that was great, and it was surprising to anyone who wasn't following those stories in the news. I think that made a sort of alarming twist to it all. Eye opening, important issue, and again presented really well. I enjoyed this one.
The bridge. I wasn't sure what to expect from this film. I thought it might be quite dry or a propaganda kind of film, but it was brilliantly executed, and I was truly engaged from the top. Gorgeous cinematography and sweeping shots. I loved the coffee shots. That's relatable and kind of nice to center us in the piece. And the variety of subjects really made this come to life. They shared in a very authentic way, and it helped ground the piece in a very human, intimate connection to show the community and to show the faces and the people of which the success was built from. And it just made the development of the bank's success and the community's success feel so much more grounded and more impressive because we got the beginning history and those seeds from which it was born. So I just thought that the history and the resilience and the hard work of the Asian community was a great way to center the film, especially the humans that have done so. And yeah, each success and step forward seemed propelled from this place, from this grounded space that we cared about. And it made the humble beginning and hard work seem that much more impressive. There's a real openness and joy with this piece as well, while maintaining the professionalism. And I think it was a wonderful testament to all that has been achieved. Congrats.
The Bridge is such an appropriate title. It is a bridge that is so very much still being built today. Its foundation needing to be reinforced with every challenge that continues to be put up against the Asian community in the United States. However, they have shown more than aptability to overcome these challenges, to learn and grow and better themselves by them, and to enrich not just their own community, but the entire country itself. This documentary so beautifully displays the essential contributions that they have given to architecture, to banking, to art, to all of these fields, and how they continue to evolutionize and adapt to the times, no matter how difficult things do end up becoming. And as we've seen, things are still quite challenging regarding issues of race in this country. It is a lovely piece, populated by intelligent, passionate, and incredible human beings that get to tell their story on their terms.
The bridge. I really like the theme of the bridge that connects us all. I think it's very, it's deep and makes sense. And I love the water element through the whole documentary as well. And I felt like the documentary was very high production value. And so everything technically was there for me. I liked the length of it and the speed, the pace of it, the scene placement, the interviews, all the different footage that you had, the pictures, the black and white pictures. It was very informative as well, educational, and really nice music throughout. And I like that they talked about the two things that distinguish a bank, being the special characteristics or the niche and the execution. I really liked the execution that they went into with East West Bank and how the workers were so dedicated, and through the pandemic some of those guys even stayed the night and were very diligent in keeping that place running. And I like how they talk about trust and the different cultures between China and the US and how it's not right or wrong. It really made me think about where we come from here in the US about being individualistic rather than society based. It's interesting. Just really like this a lot, and how it comes full circle with the part they're talking about that started the whole thing, which was racism, and just the trust and the racist part of it, and the different cultures part of it where they talked about that all really stuck out to me. And yeah, just the historical parts as well. I really liked that you took us on a journey with this, and great job. It made me want to go check out East West Bank, I'll tell you that. And I liked the talking about the individual people behind the bank as well, and where they started and how far they've come, and I really appreciated it. So great work.